Hello and welcome to the first of our Clickers Pro Team interviews. We're interviewing all of our sponsored athletes this year, and you can catch the videos at www.clickersarchery.co.uk. We're here with Joe Ground for the first of our Clickers Pro Team interviews. Joe, thanks for inviting us around to your house and for getting to see the training pod. It's really nice to see you.
Yeah, one-man training facilities, kind of useful shooting kind of to get here and
in all types of weather, I assume.
Yeah, really useful like in the winter, and maybe if you get like a rainy day you can just come in here and you can still shoot a reasonable distance or just blank boss if you wanted to instead. So this is my all-weather training facility where I train at home. I kind of got a few training aids in here that help me while I'm training. So firstly you can see I've got a mirror, so when I'm shooting I can kind of check my alignment, make sure I'm standing up straight and things like that. Then kind of got a scope in case I need that, you know, a few pieces of spare equipment that I might need on that. If it's a cold day or I'm training in winter, we've got a heater, so stay warm, and then kind of like target faces and things like that behind that. Then we've got like the opening where we shoot out of, kind of you can open and close depending on where you want to shoot, what distance, things like that. And then finally over in the corner we've got a delay set up, which after I've shot I can watch myself back on the TV screen.
Okay, so first things first, how long have you been doing archery and what was it that sparked your interest? What made you want to get into it?
So I've been doing archery now for about 5.5, nearly 6 years, and kind of started when I was 9, when kind of just after the 2008 Beijing Olympics, when I think my parents wanted me to get me off the computer, I think. And we're looking at sports that I could do, and we went to a village fete nearby, and archery was one of the sports kind of being advertised, so I kind of had a go kind of session and quite enjoyed it. So we did a kind of starter class with the same person that did the have a go session, and kind of still quite enjoyed it, so we joined Thorpe Hamlet Club and kind of gone from there really.
So it started off something that was just a bit of fun, a bit of enjoyment, and it's got progressively more serious, I take it.
Yeah, kind of just at the start me and my dad would go to the club kind of once a week, kind of just shoot and have fun for an hour or two, and now it's kind of turned into something that I do nearly every day.
Yeah. So obviously your archery's got a lot more competitive and now you're shooting for Archery GB. What has that step up been like?
It has been kind of a big step up, shooting from kind of 2 hours a week going up to kind of 20-25 hours a week. But I think it's a really good thing to do because I've got now the experience to kind of travel all over the world and compete with world-class athletes. You
mentioned you travel all over the world. I know you're going to Korea next week. Is there a lot of preparation, a lot of things you need to work on between now and then, or is it just small things that you need to tweak?
Just small things now really, because we're nearly at the end of the competitive season, so I've kind of got, you know, where I want to be in the competition levels kind of sorted out, but I think just kind of getting prepared and my mindset for the competition and making sure I'm at the top of my game really.
And I take it it's great to be with teammates, get to see new places. It's a whole experience, not just the archery as well.
It's definitely like in Korea we're probably going to have the experience to see some of the like world's best, because obviously Korea is quite a big country for archery, and hopefully we're going to be able to see some of their top athletes as well. We're out there and kind of you can take experiences and learn from them.
What is a typical week in the life of Joe Ground? How do you get to that level of competition? What do you have to do? What sacrifices do you have to make?
So kind of start off Monday at the beginning of the week. I have my day off archery, kind of a rest from the week before, and this is kind of when I kind of catch up on all the, you know, schoolwork and stuff, and if I've had to, you know, miss school days, then I'll obviously catch up on lessons and stuff here kind of at lunchtime, so I'm at school, and also catching up on coursework as well is like really important. Then we go on to Tuesday, and kind of straight away I'm in the gym in the morning, and then when I get back from school, or if I'm not at school, I'll kind of be just training at short distance just to make sure my technique's kind of alright from the rest that I had the day before. And then on Wednesday I'll go on to more kind of like distance shooting as well, so kind of making sure, maybe doing some scores and stuff like that. And then Thursday again I'm in the gym straight away, and then again like Tuesday kind of school, and then training again after school, and then kind of Friday as well just distance shooting like Wednesday. Kind of on these days as well I'll still shoot some short distance first to like warm up and make sure I'm all ready for shooting distance, and then at the weekend I'll either be kind of at a competition or at home doing like a simulation kind of thing, so scoring at distances and like a competition basically.
So very busy week then.
Yeah, not much kind of free time really, but yeah, I think it's worth it, definitely.
Well, that's what was going to lead me on to my next question. What do you do in your spare time when you get any free time? How do you unwind? How do you relax? Do you forget about archery, or is it always on your mind?
I think like you've got to have some time off it so you don't become too obsessed and eventually maybe like start not enjoying it as much. So I kind of like to spend time with friends and like watch films, stuff like that, go on like bike rides and play badminton and stuff like that in other sports.
So it's other sports as well, not resting,
well,
just doing more activity.
I kind of also just like, you know, watching films and going on like my computer and stuff like that as well to relax.
So we've talked about your training. What about your diet? Do you have to look after yourself in terms of that? What you eat, what you don't eat?
I think although archery isn't kind of one of the sports where you have to be really focused on your diet, it's still important to kind of make sure you are eating the right things. Like kind of when you're in winter training and trying to build up your strength as much as possible, kind of eating lots of like protein food. Like I have protein shakes, kind of protein powder that I have like after the gym and stuff like that, and also eating like scrambled eggs and stuff like that kind of also gives you quite a lot of protein, and meat as well is very important unless you're a vegetarian. And then kind of in the competition phase, carbohydrates like and stuff like that quite important, so you got like slow release energy as well, so things like rice, pasta, always like potatoes in like quite important just to keep your energy levels up, so you kind of got enough energy for the competitions. And also kind of you don't want to be eating too many like right before competition, like really sugary food, because like sugar rush isn't the best thing
when you need a steady hand.
Yeah, in shooting.
Is there any words of advice or any key things you think that aspiring young archers would benefit from knowing?
I think enjoy all of it really. It's really important that you don't just enjoy kind of the competitions and going to new places. It's kind of really important that you enjoy like shooting at the club with other archers, kind of just training if you're training on your own, kind of, because you've really got to, you know, keep enjoying it to keep wanting to do it, and also kind of socialise with other archers as well. If you're at competitions or if you're at the club, kind of try and, you know, if you can get any other helpful tips from them really. And yeah, so just enjoy everything.
Joe, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for talking to us.
Thanks.